Welcome back. It's Dr. Jen Ferboni, better known as DocJenFit, doctor of physical therapy and owner and founder of Gen Health, your one-stop for all things aches, pains that you're experiencing in your body, and you just want a platform to be able to search and easily find whatever you need from previous videos that I've done, movement playlists that I have, or full plans that you can follow on a daily basis. I've been asked quite a bit about Hallux Rigidus, or that stiff big toe, arthritis of the big toe. And so I want to help give you 5 exercises that you can start working on now to help see improvements. But know that we have a full ankle and foot plan on Gen Health that really takes you through a daily kind of process of what you can do to help that foot ankle health overall, so that we're not putting as much tension and pressure onto that big toe. We're going to start off with something that just feels so good and is usually neglected, which is rolling the bottom of the foot. Now, I love using the therapy balls from Tune Up Fitness, and I'll have that linked up. Their balls, one, provide the type of material that's going to stick into your skin so you can really get in and massage areas, but there's also a little bit of pliability so that it covers a little bit more surface area. It doesn't target into the tissues as directly. That can cause some irritation if we go too hard. The intention of rolling isn't to break anything up or release fascia. It's talking to our nervous system. So we need things to relax. So having a ball that will help with relaxation is really key. This is their Therapy Ball Plus, so it's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to just take that, place it on the bottom of my foot, and you want to spend like 5 minutes a day. And it's not about just like kind of rolling back and forth, but it's really finding those areas of pressure and tension that feel a little bit more locked up, and then holding and using your breath to breathe. Again, this is a mind-body connection here of what we're doing to relax the tissue tension, and getting that tissue tension to relax at the bottom of the foot can help, again, to free up some of that movement that we're missing at that big toe. And anything that we can do to help free up some of that pressure of the big toe is what we want to do. So it's just starting to relax that tension in the bottom of the foot can also help, so the bottom of the foot can start to use and activate a little bit better. Again, strengthening the bottom of the foot to help to reduce that tension and pressure on that big toe. So these are all the things that we want to start to think about as like, why am I doing this? Why is it important? You know, we have to understand the why behind things in order for us to make sense of why we're actually going to prioritize something, include it in, right? So I'm going to kick that off to the side, and now we're just going to do a little traction, or maybe to the side, for the big toe. So I'm going to bring that foot across my ankle. That's why I like to do it sitting, however you feel comfortable. And all I'm thinking is just going to take that big toe and very gently just start to pull it away from my foot. And so I'm just causing a little bit of distraction of that joint, hopefully helping to reduce some of that pain and tension from being so stiff all the time. So you can kind of wiggle it, do about 5 to 10 deep, slow breaths here. Just, it's going to help with kind of pain modulation. Obviously, the foot's going to go kind of back into that area, but if we can just help to reduce a little of tension and pain so that we can maybe get a little bit more movement, that would be the goal. Okay. And we'll do that on both sides. So again, I'm kind of taking that toe and I'm going to gently pull it away from the foot, causing a little bit of a gentle distraction. And you can kind of wiggle it up and down, side to side, around in a circle the other way, just kind of starting to reduce some of that tension. Okay. After you've done that, then you can take it right into a big toe stretch. Now we're going to do this just with your hands so that you can really control how much pressure you're putting into that extension. So, and if you want, you can do a tiny bit of traction with that again, and then start to bring that big toe back toward the shin. And now this is where you really have to decide how much range you have. Okay. With arthritis, there is a reduced range of motion. That just is what comes with it. The only thing that we can do is work to maintain the range of motion that we have. So moving into the range of motion that you currently have available, not forcing it, not trying to improve it necessarily, but just trying to maintain the range of motion that you currently have available is key when it comes to arthritis. So I clearly don't have arthritis, so my toe can go all the way back. I don't have any pain or pressure with it, but you're going to modulate it based on what you have available. So that might just mean you're using the fingers and you're just starting to push back. Again, 5 to 10 slow, deep breaths here. And you're starting to tell the nervous system, it's okay. You can relax. I can go into this range of motion. I have this range of motion available. And you're just starting to see what it feels like to put a little bit more pressure and tension and start to move into a new range of motion. Okay. Now, to try to maintain what we just kind of mobilized, we're going to use a band and a long resistance band. This is part of our optimal body therapy kit. So if you don't have resistance bands, resistance loops, or you just want like a low back plan to follow with it, it's completely free that we have included with our kit for our band so that you can understand how to better utilize some of the at-home resistance equipment. So I'm going to place my foot out and place my toe down, put a little bit of resistance into the band, and slowly bring my toe, just my big toe if you can, back into as much extension as you can. Now you can utilize the band to kind of assist this extension and then push down against the band, and then nice and slowly we're going into a slow range of motion here, trying to come back and control that range of motion into that extension. Push down and then control. Now we're doing two things here. We're strengthening the bottom of the foot, which is great for walking and pain in general that you might get because of this stiff big toe. So we're strengthening the bottom of the foot when I press my big toe down, but I'm also helping to maintain what range of motion I have into extension by slowly moving it into extension against resistance. Pressing down and then slow. And you'll do about 10 of these on each side. You can repeat it about 2 to 3 times. Okay. Now, if you are someone right now that you cannot, there is no big toe movement without other toe movements, that's okay. So if you're, kind of putting that toward the end of the big toe, if your other toes need to move right now, just try to keep at least the ball of the foot on the ground the entire time. So we're trying not to lift the whole foot. We're really just, if the other toes come along for the ride too, just pressing down and going slow on the way up, even if the other toes are going with you. Okay. So we're trying to focus on that big toe, but we're going slow into the range of motion that you have, using the band to kind of assist you, and then pushing down away from it. The last one is continuing to strengthen again within that range of motion that we have available, because every step we take, we need a little bit of extension for effective push off, or else we might start having pain other places from the foot all the way up the chain of the body. So we're going to start with heel raises, but instead of just doing them on the ground, I like to do it on an elevated surface, because then you can get your heel to drop a little bit more, put pressure through that foot, go as high as you can. Maybe it's not obviously getting into that full range of motion, but you can get a little bit higher with still having stretch and strength onto that calf. So you could do this by placing like weighted plates down on the floor that you're going to step on. I'm clearly showing you on some textbooks. And use a wall, use something in front of you, a counter, use assistance, especially when you're starting to put, pressure into a range of motion that you might not feel comfortable in. So letting those heels drop, do this barefoot, and then try to push those big toes down into the floor to assist on the way up as much as you can, and then slow on the way down. Push down through those toes, and then slow on the way down. What you want to try to focus on is keeping pressure down through the ball of the foot and the big toe, keeping those ankles toward each other as you come up, and then slow on the way down. So we really want to focus on going slow on the way down, controlling that range of motion. That's what's going to help to strengthen that calf, strengthen the outside of the calf all the way down to the bottom of the foot to help increase the stability of that arch. Surprisingly, heel raises help to increase stability of that arch as well. So it can help assist again when we're moving, walking, especially when we have arthritis and stiffness of that toe. You're going to do about 10 of those if you can tolerate 2 to 3 rounds. Now, again, you're going slow. So maybe if this is your first time, you're doing about 5 to 6 reps. You don't have to go as many as I'm saying. I'm just giving you a wide range so that you're at least getting started. Getting started is better than doing nothing. Challenging the range of motion is better than continuing for it to get stiff without maintaining the range of motion that you have. So keep at it. And if you want to start the foot and ankle plan to have a daily plan to follow rather than trying to focus on all these random exercises and fit them into your day, I'd highly recommend starting with our foot and ankle plan. We'll give you a discount so you can start for just $20 and decide if you want to continue on. We have 3 phases of this foot and ankle plan so you can continue to progress through it. Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.